Everything's backwards when you do things on the internet. It's very annoying. I was trying to point at the thing. I can't point at the thing. It's all very fucking confusing. I don't know what you want me to do or say. Sports Mass, let me just make sure. Sports Mass Collective, the number one sports comedy podcast in the country, which makes it the number one podcast in the universe, really. Episode 77, solo Stancil today. Probably be a little bit of a shorter show, but why not put out some more content? After all, we are the kings of content here at Ski Mask Media. Unbelievable what's happening out here. Where do we begin? Steve Conte, the great and powerful and apparently jobless, thanks to Gavin McInnes, Steve Conte is on assignment this week. He has a family and a wife, and he's had a long week, a very emotional week. But Steve Conte will be joining me next week, perhaps in a more regular co-host fashion. Hashtag stay tuned. If you haven't already, go follow Garrett and Steve's YouTube channel. Not right now because you're supposed to watch this now, but you can go follow it later. Steve was going to come on. Too much to do, and he's had a long week, frankly. So we wish Steve well. We wish Steve well. We wish Garrett well. Love how Garrett did a bit of trolling on Gavin on Twitter yesterday. Go see for yourself. This is not that show. This is a sports show. Ski Mask Collective, we've had 2 episodes in the last 2 days. You can go watch those after this. But this show is about sports, I guess. As the only All-American athlete doing a sports comedy podcast on the planet, I take great pride, unbelievable pride in the show. And you know it's a sports show because I'm wearing my mirror sunglasses. If you've been paying attention, there's different sunglasses for different shows. It's all a very highly manicured aesthetic that I do here, folks. It's unbelievable what's happening out here. And I like a challenge, and we are in what we in the biz, in the sports biz, we call the sports desert. And I like a challenge. I have no guest. I have no co-host. There's basically no sports going on. The sports desert, from the end of the basketball and the hockey playoffs through the beginning of football preseason here. Not much. I think we have one more major to go, right? I think the British Open is the last major. Correct me if I'm wrong, anyone. I really don't care. I don't care. It's not about being right. So not much going on in the world of sports, but we will touch on what we can. And I like a goddamn challenge. By all means, if you're watching live, get in the chat. Super chats are guaranteed to be read. Poor people chats, I'll be happy to go through if it's worthwhile. We'll get to that in a minute. I'm going to be a real hack piece of shit in a few minutes here and do some, I'm going to do some unboxing like an e-whore. It's not my address, is it? We're going to do some unboxing in a minute. It's unbelievable. We're really diversifying. I'm becoming a real hack. Next thing I'm going to do is start stream sniping and clip watching. But it starts with unboxing. So my road to hackdom is in full force. So if you're a child and you like watching unboxings, stay tuned. We'll unbox these things. Some of the stuff I think I ordered. Some stuff was sent to me, perhaps by a fan. This is the show now. The biggest news of the week, of course, was me dressing up as Grimace and going to the Mets-Yankee Subway Series with the Compound crew. We did a live, me as Grimace with Steve and Garrett walking around the stadium. It's on this very channel. You can check that out after. But in short, we discussed on SMC, but we interviewed each other, the infamous Mets pimp. People were loving it, stopping to take pictures with me. It's just unbelievable what happens when you leave your house. And let me say this, the era of, and if you watch the show, you know my feelings on Cowbell Man and the 7 line, but I'll never stop talking about how much of a jinx both of them are. The era of the Cowbell Man is over. The era of the 7 line being cool is over. Even Sign Man and Pin Man, those days are over. It's the Grimace era. It's the Mets Pimp era. I have the Mets game in the background right now, folks. Feel free to do the same at your houses. First pitch about to come out. We got a nice crowd at Citi Field today. Nice summer day before 4th of July. Nothing more American than watching baseball. First pitch is about to be thrown. Mets Astros, if you're in the tri-state, live on Channel 11, WPIX. Used to be a very black channel. So did UPN 9. Those were the black channels. It used to be pre-cable. I didn't get cable till high school. You got CBS 2, NBC 4, Fox 5, ABC 7. Those are like the normal channels. And UPN 9 and WPIX 11. Those were the urban channels. And then Channel 13 was PBS for your Sesame Street and your people like me who are more worldly, perhaps a little bit more IQ than the average, enjoyed PBS and Nature and the Dan Burns Gettysburg, of course. I think it was about a 29-hour show. My dad had the VHS box set of Gettysburg by Dan Burns, and it literally was 5 VHS tapes. I'm not being hyperbolic. What the fuck am I talking about? TV channels? Anyway, the biggest news of the week, of course, was me as Grimace at the Mets game. The second biggest story of the week, of course, was the Lakers drafting Bronny James to play with his father, the first father-son duo to play in the NBA. I don't have it in front of me, but I'm just a sports genius. I know the Griffies did it in baseball. Ken Sr. and Jr., of course. Hockey, I think the Hows played together. I could be wrong, but there was a few, hockey guys, they play forever. So I think there was a handful of father-son hockey guys who played together. I don't give a fuck to look it up. We don't fact check here. NFL, I don't think there has been anyone. Feel free to correct me if I'm wrong, chat, because you just get your head bashed in and then you retire after 3 years for 90% of the people in the NFL. So much lower chance. So the Lakers drafting Bronny James to play with his father. And make no mistake, this has nothing to do with talent. This has nothing to do with winning. This is all publicity and tickets. Let me read for you Bronny James's stats from USC, just to make sure the point is clear why he was drafted. 25 games played. Okay, that's a regular college season. By the way, 1 year, one college season. Average 19 minutes a game, so barely played half of the game. 36% field goal percentage for a guard. Mind you, he's a guard. 26% three-point percentage. This is the one that stuck out to me. 67% free throw percentage. Again, for a guard, it should be above 80. And again, as a basketball player, my lifelong basketball player myself, I have more knowledge than the average butthole. And then the rest of it is just, nothing is 2.8 rebounds a game, two assists per game. Again, for a guard, not great. And 4.8 points per game for a guy who was drafted to the NBA. So we know what this was about. Make no mistake. All of that said, so it's pretty embarrassing. If I were a Lakers fan, I'd be livid. I don't give a fuck about the Lakers. I've never given a fuck about LeBron James. He easily could have been the GOAT, but he's basically too much of a bitch. He's got too much soccer player in him, far too much selfishness in him. Of course, we all know If you watch the show for any length, you know I'm a Jordan baby. Jordan is my idol. Michael Jordan and Kevin Brennan, you know. Jordan was driven, me in the selfish sense, but his selfishness was driven by wanting to win, whereas LeBron's selfishness is driven by him always wanting to be first and constantly in the limelight. And this, hey, good for him. This is a sure way to do it. But this guy, Bronny James, by any other name, has no business in the NBA. One college season, the stats I just read you, no reason for him, if he was Joe Schmo, to be drafted. All that said, I'm actually for this because, listen, at the end of the day, I don't give a shit about the Lakers. I think it is interesting to have a father-son playing together. It'll be fun watching his dad yell at his son on the court. That's fun. Obviously, the entertainment's going to come when things are going poorly, to see have a father-son deal with it. See how much, because we all know LeBron James runs that franchise. He hires and fires coaches and players at will. So it's going to be interesting. There's no denying it's going to be interesting watching a father-son duo on a basketball court. There's nowhere to hide. 5 players, nowhere to hide on a basketball court. Baseball, you know, one guy can only be up at bat at once. One guy can only get hit the ball at once, so there's not much interaction there. Hockey, you could say the same, but hockey's hockey. We're not talking about hockey. So I think the NBA will be interesting if they're on the floor together. And who knows, maybe there will be chemistry between them. That would be interesting, too. But I'm all for it from the entertainment perspective. I obviously, as a consummate entertainer myself, I respect and enjoy entertainment. So I think it'll be interesting getting a father-son duo. And hopefully, again, I'm rooting for them to do poorly because that'll be more entertaining for me. There's a lot of chats I just realized. Let's see if there's any super chats or just poor people. Looks like it's all poors. So, oh, no, wait, hold on now. There's one super chat. I'll get to the poor people chats when I feel like it, but I'm a man of my word. Super chats are always read. The legend, for the self-proclaimed legend, $4.99. Why does KB care so much about Compound, and why is he sadistic and rooting? Why is he so? Let's start over, shall we? Legend, $4.99. Why does KB care so much about Compound, and why is he so sadistic and rooting for the demise of everyone? He's a weak man. All-American what? All-American lacrosse player. Look it up. Rack me. I'll send you the article. Well, the legend, I don't know, and thank you, by the way, for starters. If you don't understand Kevin roots for the demise of everyone, then you don't understand MLC or Kevin, I suppose. That is the show. Kevin, listen, we covered this ad nauseum. The show Friday we did on Ski Mask Collective was called The Compound Closing, where this was all covered. We did a show yesterday again with Aunt Mead popping in where this was touched on. But you super chatted it. I'm a man of my word. Yeah, because Kevin felt it's pretty. I mean, it's not rocket science. Kevin always felt slighted ever since he was paid $100 to work there after he quit there. He doesn't like Gino. He roots for people who he feels did him wrong. So I don't really fault him for that. It's entertaining. You can claim he's a weak man. I listen, if you watched Misery Loves Company Friday, I was on the show. He called me directly on the old phone and was trying to rub it in. And listen, I'm a fan of Compound. I was a fan of it in Hot Water, so much so I even was on the show once a week. So I in no way was rooting it for it to close. But that said, I was the one who kind of brought it up a month and a half back in March. Brought it up. I was the only one who had balls to actually bring it up on Compound on the air. And I got dressed down by Gino for it. And as a good guest and as a good friend, I didn't escalate the situation. But yeah, I was the one really. Kevin and Chad can say all they want. I was the one really in the trenches. I called it way before Chad. Well, not called it. I told you way before Chad. And again, as I always do, as a observer and reporter, as an investigative reporter, I wasn't rooting for it. I was just telling you what's going to happen. Unbelievable hair today, by the way. It's really going well. Curly hair. 1 week into my today marks 1 week into my new life of curly hair after 38 years. If you missed some episodes, I just realized I have curly hair. That's really bigger news than all of this, frankly. Fuck Compound, fuck Kevin, fuck Bronny James. The fact that I have curly hair and my whole life I thought I had straight hair, that is the story. Thank you, the legend, for your $4.99. I'll get to the poor people chat in a second here. Again, if you want it read for sure, super chat it. Otherwise, whatever. Venmo's at the bottom of the screen too. It's my accountant's Venmo at Dave D23. He handles all of my Venmo needs. I got to talk about something totally not sports related, but I've been too angry about this the last couple days. The more I think about it, and I'm obsessive compulsive with behavior, and I have ADHD that was, diagnosed in the early 90s, way before, now everybody has ADHD, which means nobody has ADHD, just like autism. You don't have autism, you're just dumb and you never socially, you never learned social skills. You're not, you know what I mean? All these people, you're not the people on Love on the Spectrum are autistic. All these people that say, oh, I'm mildly autistic. No, you just never learn proper social skills because you grew up with a phone. Fact, rack me. But anywho, you're not autistic. You just grew up with your head in an iPad because your parents were terrible and never loved you and didn't really want kids, so they just shoved a screen in your face. And it was easier for them and you at the time, but now you're an adult and you don't know how to act or talk in public. So you just tell people you're autistic. Yeah. Anywho, what's really been stuck in my craw is people who stop over the line at red lights. And we'll get back to sports and your questions and super chats and whatever the fuck else I feel like talking about, because it's a solo. Oh, we got to do the unboxing. I came in late. We're going to be hack bitch super chatters and do an unboxing here. I don't care anymore. Everybody else does terrible shows of stream sniping and clip watching and talking about the same people. I'm going to start being a hack too. I'm going to do an unboxing here in a few minutes. But anywho, people pulling over the stop at the red light line over a red. Listen, you idiots. You know, the people that stop at it, you come to a red light. Well, if you don't know what I mean, then welcome to Earth. Most people know. But what I do mean is it's a red light and mongoloids pull up past the line, the stop here on red line. Now, yes, it's there so you don't block intersections or walkways. So first things first, that's why it's there. For safety and because we're a first world country and this is a civilization. Okay? But the reason so it's just a mongoloidal thing. It's the same people that stand up when a plane lands. You're not getting anywhere faster because you pull over the line at a red light. Furthermore, you're not getting anywhere faster because 90% of lights, at least in cities nowadays, work off of sensors that are in the ground, magnetic sensors that are in the ground, and those sensors are behind the stop at a red light sign. So if you're the first person at a red light and you're over the line like a mongoloid, the light doesn't know you're there. That is why. So what I further and further and furthermore, what I do as a high IQ, genius level IQ male, when I'm at a red light and it's taken a while, and it's just me at the light, I'll reverse or pull up and then re-pull over the sensors to make them think there's more cars there. I do it all the time, and it works all the time. I'm a genius. There's a pro tip. If you're at a red light and there's nobody behind you, and you're there for a minute, and it seems weird, reverse and then pull back up to the line, which reactivates the sensors. I'm a genius. That's why you watch this show. That's why I don't watch clips. That's why I don't snipe stream. That's why there's no guests. Stop at the line at the red lights. Now back to sports. The Panthers won the cup. I was rooting. Nobody really cares. We're not going to spend time on this. I was rooting for the Oilers because of Oilers, Katie, the Oilers girl with fat fucking tits. By the way, depth chart, power rankings. Oilers girl, snakes on the, what did she say? That motherfucker is not real, lady. And then Hawk Tua girl is way the fuck down at the bottom. She's a common slag. She's gross. She looks greasy. The Hawk Tour girl stinks. Let her disappear. That was just a quick aside. Let me. What do we got? Middle of the first here at the Mets game. Hurricane Ballbag down. That was yesterday's Ski Mask episode name. Hurricane Ballbag. Hope thoughts and prayers for Ski Mask. Ski Mask, if you're watching, give us an update in the chat. All right, let me go through you poor fucking piece of shit chats. And then I'll get to my unboxing and I'll show my tits because apparently that's how you get views nowadays. Derek of Rivia, did you fire Steve from this too? Covered that at the top. Steve will be back here next week. And Steve Conti, that is, and may well be a regular, a more regular co-host here as Compound transitions. By the way, I fully Compound apparently returning July 8th in whatever capacity that is. They're off this week for the Independence Day anyway. I see no reason why it still won't be Stancil Tuesdays in some capacity, but we'll have to stay tuned for that. We're doing it, Cotty. Absolutely. We did it. We're absolutely doing it. We're already almost at a half hour. I was only going to do 20 minutes or so. The legend, Fag. Absolutely right. Thank you. People are saying you fired Steve. Good. Let him talk. No such thing as bad publicity. CC Kevin Brennan. Thank you. I was featured. My name was featured. I was on MLC on a call on Friday. It's unbelievable. Me or Ski Mask are mentioned on almost every episode, and we thank Kevin for that, and we love Kevin. We just tell the truth here about MLC. That's all. We don't root for its demise in any way. If you actually listen to what we're saying, we're going to make MLC great again, folks. And great is not clip watching, or apparently there was a 5-hour show last night where people are passing out. Listen, 5 hours. I could drive to fucking Florida. Not Florida. I could drive to Canada in 5 hours. I don't need to watch a podcast. Just too long. Derek of Rivia, is my super chat not coming through? I don't know if that's a troll, but no, it is not. Nobody is blocked here. This is not MLC. I am not allowed to send super chats on Kevin's channel. The All-American of what? Yes, lacrosse All-American, MCLA lacrosse, 2007 MCLA lacrosse All-American, third team, Division B. Unbelievable. Still counts. Derek of Rivia, yours did not come up. Feel free to put in the poor people chat if you're having issues, or put a new card on your account. Gino's Bad Math Medium's YouTube. Feel free to follow up with that. A lot of Santa talk. Feel free to tell me why. A lot of Santa talk on Gino's show. I don't pay attention to when anybody goes live. I just because that's beta shit. I don't ever check. Oh, somebody's live. I better not go live. I don't care. The live is fun, but this is also for time eternum on YouTube and Spotify and Apple. So, I can see this. You're not banned, but I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Derek Rivia needs help. Somebody, Sam V, thank you. We're almost in. I would say peak man pond season is mid-July through August. But it's at least here in the Northeast, it's a man pond day today, folks. It's humid, it's gross. So fold up those paper towels and shove them right in your asshole. I have a beautiful voice, thanks. I'm just going through the poor people chat here. All right. Yeah, nothing else was reading. No offense. And nobody else super chatted, so I'm not reading anything else. All right. It's time for me to be a basic dumb bitch. And we're going to do an unboxing because this is how we do. By the way, if you don't realize this is satire, you're an idiot. Make sure it's not my address. We're going to do unboxings, and then I'm going to take my shirt off and show my crotch. This is podcasting, folks. All right, we got 3 different packages. We got packages to open. Ooh, some hot bitches walking by. We'll start with the smallest and we'll end with the biggest. Just like my exes. Ha ha ha. All right, let's see. All right, the first one is an Amazon package. This is podcasting, folks, apparently. Next thing you know, I'll be stream sniping for an hour of my show every day. And yes, I'm being sarcastic. All right. Oh, you're going to love this, folks. Look at this. Oh, you're going to love this. Here it is. Compound W freeze-off wart remover. I got a wart on my thumb. Wah! It's a wart remover, folks. I'll remove my wart live on the air. Not getting that on any other. Tell me another podcast you ever seen somebody remove a wart live on the air, folks. It's unbelievable what's happening out here. Yes, folks, I have a wart on my thumb. I forgot I ordered this because I was probably really high. This is why this will all be very exciting. I don't really know what's in these packages. I got a wart on my thumb. Can you see my wart? Every couple years I never got warts on my penis. Compound W. It's a new network. Isn't that fitting? Didn't even think of that. That's why Ski Mask is in the chat. Every couple years, I get a few warts on my hands and maybe on my toes. Never on my penis. It's one of those things that just keeps coming up. Now, I shower at the gym. I don't wear flip-flops. I eat out of the garbage. I don't give a fuck. I'm not a pussy. I'm an alpha male. They don't make them like me no more. Let's see. What's the difference between a plantar wart and a common wart? And how many times can I use this? Oh, 8 applications. All right, we're going to end the show with me freezing my wart off. So stay tuned for that. It's unbelievable here. Oh, I just saw Gabe, even though it's a port. Not wearing flip-flops gave me plantar's warts on my feet. Well, you're weak. I've been showering at the gym with no shoes, no flip-flops my whole life. I'm a man. I'm not vaccinated. I don't have to worry about anything. I'm doing great. Look at me. Look at me. All right, we'll end the show with a wart remover. That's Ski Mass Media, folks. Not where else are you getting that? I wish I could put this somewhere. Here, how about, whatever. All right. Maybe we'll just do this. There you go. We'll do this. Pound W wart remover. All right, all right. Here we go. Okay. This is the show. There's no producers. There's nobody in the background. Wart remover. All right. Package 2. I'm doing an unboxing. Super chat, and I'll show you my tits. All right, here we go. Let's see. Wow. Look at this. It's a shower curtain. Because I live in a first world country, and I like a mildew-free shower curtain. I get one every couple months. A beautiful, beautiful plastic shower curtain here, folks. Unbelievable. And what do we have here? Oh, it's a carbon-lined bag. Now, let me show you what this is. What this is, folks, let's see. Can I do it like this? Wow, now I'm really doing it. This is podcasting. You just unbox shit. Black carbon bag. Odor. So this is so I have a bag for my weed so it doesn't stink when I bring it out in public. And I lost it, so I needed a new one. And my God, folks. Look at this. This is much smaller than it was in the picture. I'll just say that. That could probably at least fit a blunt, though. Let's see. This is good for, this is how I bring my drugs on planes, too. Goes with a lock. Yeah. It's where you put your weed in. It's an odor protected bag. Wow, isn't that fun? A carbon. Look at that. Isn't that fun? Okay, to recap, we have wart remover. We have a shower curtain. Now we have a carbon stink-free bag. And now let's see the big one. And this one is from a fan. This one a fan sent. Let's see. So I don't really know what it is. Let's see. Let's see, there's a note first. Oh, my guy. Wow. I enjoy your gift. I hope it serves you well. From St. Ranger, ladies and gentlemen. Out of the hospital. He's doing better. A great egg. A steward of good podcasting. St. Ranger. Thank you, St. Ranger. It's very sweet of you. Sent me a nice message that he enjoyed the compound shows that when I was on. By the way, not for nothing, a lot of people messaging me saying Stanfield Tuesdays was their favorite day of the week. They didn't watch any other shows. So I didn't say it. I'm just repeating what people said. I'm not saying that as a bad or good thing. I'm just, again, an investigative reporter. But many, many messages this week. So thank you to everyone who did message me. What do we have here? Oh, very fucking cool, and I need it. Wow, it's a waterproof blanket. Oh, this is perfect. I'm not even kidding, St. Ranger. We talked yesterday on SMC with Mead about how real men keep a bag in the back of their car with necessities like towels, a towel for wiping off, paper towels, car cleaner, emergency charger. I absolutely needed a new blanket for my car. And I bring it to I need a new beach blanket. This is wow, fleece on one side, waterproof on the other. Oh, I'm going to swaddle myself in this. St. Ranger, thank you very much. I think The other package that goes with this isn't here. Wow, I'm unboxing like a whore. I'm a common YouTube whore. Thank you, Saint Ranger. Very nice of you. And thank myself for my wart remover, my smell bag, and my shower curtain. There was a super chat, and I'm a man of my word. You were right about Compound. Has Gino apologized? He has not. I'm not asking for an apology. I did get a message. I'm not going to say who because he knows both me and Gino. I got it. Well, and I was told this by other people, but I just got a message yesterday. I was talking to a friend of the show that he thought it was very inappropriate. Looking back, extremely inappropriate. Gino dressed me down on In Hot Water that day after I jokingly said the studio. Well, not jokingly. It was reports I was getting, but I was being tongue-in-cheek about it being the last dance of pregame. And he said it was totally inappropriate, left a bad taste in his mouth, and really made him not like Gino for that. I don't care. I'm not. Listen, this is all you people talking. I don't care. I did the show Tuesday. We had a great time at the game. I don't need an apology. We all know it's Tancelstradamus. I mean, you know I'm going to be right about everything I say. I always have been and I always will be. So I don't need any... Again, I'm an alpha male, of course. I don't need validation from other people. That's what happens when you're an alpha. You just do my thing. So, but no, I did not, Derek. And thank you for the super chat. You finally figured it out. Hello to Pam. Yes, thank you to Pam as well. And we do wish Saint Ranger well. Hopefully, I would like to see Saint Ranger's ball bag, frankly. All right. Well, we've done far longer. All right, folks. As promised, I'm going to remove a wart live on the air. Sports. We have to say sports every few minutes. In the meantime, while I'm unboxing the box, Patreon.com, Ski Mask Media. More content was just uploaded today. Constant content constantly being released. Obviously, you subscribe on YouTube if you're watching this. But subscribe on Apple and Spotify for the audio. This will be up. Everything goes up on the audio right after the show now. So if you're an audiophile like me, In Hot Water was the only show I would actually watch. MLC, all that shit I only listen to. All right, Compound W, freeze off. It's like Anthony's cold heart, Compound freeze off. Let's see. Should I read the directions or should I just go for it? How do you do this? Attach thing. I'm removing my wart. I got a wart on my thumb. The thing about warts, folks, am I going to attach, insert, okay. Attach, insert, press and hold down for 4 seconds, for 2 to 3 seconds, wait 30 seconds, then remove. I got a wart on my thumb. Under my thumb. All right, here we go. Okay, now we wait 30 seconds, it says. Should I just go for it? I feel like I should just go for it. I may need to take these off so I actually got to find the wart. I could feel it. There it is. So this is, I believe this is a plantar wart, but I'm going to do it anyway. And then what? Oh, this is going to hurt. Ready? Jesus. Boy, that hurts. Where else are you getting somebody removing a wart live on a show? I got warts. Has it been 30 seconds? It says no more than 30 seconds. Ow! There you go. I'm not lying. I got a hole in my thumb. Holy cow. There you go, folks. Who else is giving you this fucking content, huh? I got warts on my thumb. Shout out to Compound W. Shout out to Compound Media. How appropriate. I didn't even put it together. Compound Freeze Off. A lot of frozen hearts over there at Compound these days after what Anthony pulled. We covered it in very short. Gavin is a very narcissistic and self-promoting individual. Anthony is a very passive businessman, as he just likes, where did this even come from? He just likes getting in front of a mic and doesn't care about the other side of it. So I think Gavin just told Anthony what he wanted to do with no regard for anybody else that Anthony has worked for years, and here we are. I know Ryan Rivera, who's a friend of mine, is his ace boon goon, and I don't think he wanted Ryan to have to split it with Garrett and Steve and Drew or whoever, and I think Anthony probably could have fought for at least one of them and did not, but that's not my business. I'm just giving my opinion, and I freeze warts off on my show. Super chat at the buzzer. Derek of Rivia. Tell Gino and Steve they need to go on Real Ass Podcast, get some exposure. I'm sure I'm sure it's a 4th of July week coming up. I'm sure they'll be. Well, Garrett is in the Caribbean for the week, for starters, and Steve and the other boys, I'm sure, will enjoy a week off to breathe and whatever. Beautiful. As we all know, my favorite holiday of the year, 4th of July. Not only my favorite, but it is the number one holiday. As an adult, if 4th of July isn't the best holiday, you're low IQ and have arrested development. Christmas is number one up until you're like 13, maybe a little bit older, 16. You still get gifts. But when you're a kid, it's just about getting gifts. When you're an adult and you're not obsessed with material things as well-adjusted adults do, then that part of it is gay. I like Christmas has the best food, but that's technically Christmas Eve as an Italian. 4th of July, Independence Day, the best holiday by far, a celebration of freedom, a celebration of all the shit you can say about this country, still the best country in the goddamn world. And obviously, I'll be doing a show. I'll be on Meade's boat on the 4th. Perhaps we'll go live there, although we already have a harem of women that are coming on who probably I don't want to subject to you freaks, but I will definitely. You'll remember I did the historic Marches of John Philip Sousa stream last year where I marched around on acid in a 100-degree garage dancing to the Marches of John Philip Sousa vinyl from 1950s, and I damn sure will do that again in some capacity, so stay tuned. We wish Compound people well. The Mets 1-0 Astros, bottom of the 3rd. I'll watch the rest of this game. Everyone, enjoy your Sunday. Subscribe to everything. Ski Mask Media, YouTube, Patreon, Apple Podcasts, Spotify. And, we're the kings of content. No clip watching. No stream sniping. I did unboxing as satire to show how dumb it is. We actually do real shows here and tell real stories about ourselves. Thank you all who watched live. Thank you everyone, the millions who will be watching later on YouTube and audio. Until next time, let's bring